Do I make you Randy?
I need to feel free to party with a bunch of strangers whenever I feel like it.
I want to be formal, but I'm here to party too.
It's like I picked the wrong week to quit amphetamines.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
All right, folks, welcome to another episode of the greatest movie podcast known to mankind. We got three men in a movie. We got Tone, we got Andrew, we got myself, and this week's movie. Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. I thought it was just called He-Man. That's what I literally thought it was called when I first saw the preview, a couple months ago. But Masters of the Universe, folks. Masters of the Universe, He-Man is the main character. If so facto, it's all the same shit. But, guys, if you haven't, my light's tweaking out right now, and I absolutely love it. Guys, if you haven't followed us on Instagram, TikTok, subscribe to us on YouTube, please do that as well. We put out a lot of content, a lot of entertaining content at that. So please give us a follow. Please give us a like. Please give us a subscribe. I don't even think that's right, but just keep on keeping on. Support us. Support the boys. Support the men. We're going to be getting after it. We're here to help you to enjoy yourself, enjoy your life. I know there's a lot of sad times happening. But
what?
God damn.
What's
a
happening?
Chance to give you a couple of laughs. I don't even know. There's shit going on in the Middle East, South America, South Africa.
What about
Australia, New Zealand? Hey, peace up. A-Town down.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying, big dog. So please give us a like, give us a follow, subscribe. We always crank these things out with new movies. I know we were talking about doing, subscription type stuff with Netflix, Apple TV, HBO Max, whatever, you name your thing, right? Peacock, whatever
They
it
do
is.
that sometimes.
But honestly, though, boys, we've been getting some bangers. We've been getting some hits, and I think we're going to go right into the first take because
Did you watch
here's
Michael?
The thing. Yeah, I did.
What about Mandalorian Grogu?
Oh, okay. I take my statement back. We've had some bangers. Some, not all.
And some stinkers.
And some stinkers.
Some stinkers.
And some thinkers. How about that? That's what I'm talking about.
Whoa.
See, I got you there. But my first take on this movie, and Tone, you're going to hate this.
Why?
I thought it was fun. I thought it was fun, dude. I thought this movie was so
Controversial take. I'm with you. I thought it was entertaining as hell.
Yeah, I think we're all on the same page.
Yeah, I thought it was silly. It was like silly and goofy, and I really appreciate it.
I think this is what Mandalorian and Grogu should have been.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't take yourselves too seriously.
Yeah.
Damn. Dude. All right, so that's another thing I was going to get into, and that's a big point. I was when I was sitting
I'm not
in this movie.
anti-fun, all right? I like fun. This is the perfect definition of a fun movie. Is it the greatest
I
Red
thought was
movie?
good.
No,
No.
but they ham it up, especially Skeletor in that movie, where he's just like and I'm like, oh, I get. They know what they know what it is. They understand what this movie is, and they're not taking itself too seriously. And if they are, sometimes it works, sometimes it didn't. But we'll get into it.
And that's what I'm saying. Exactly. And I don't know how your guys' theater was, right? So I should say ours. Hey, my theater is your theater. It's all the same. My theater was, I would say, 50% full on a Saturday at like 2:00 or Friday at 2:00, whatever it may be. Weather's nice, and I was kind of surprised by that. But not only the people in the theater that I was surprised about, but like their reactions. They were loving life. They were cheering. They were clapping. There was guys like, "Oh, no fucking way!" Like just cussing, and he's like, the guy in front of me was loving life, and some of the
How
other
old were
people.
they?
There was a guy behind me. The guy in front of me was probably, if I had to guess, like 40.
I was
right
gonna
in
say,
that
because
age
I would
range.
say the reactions are mostly people who were born in the 80s that watched the cartoons. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't know who the fuck any of these people are.
Exactly, and you're like, but here's the thing, though. So I didn't watch the show. You guys probably, the way you're talking,
I
didn't
did.
watch the show.
I
You
used to
did?
watch
Okay.
it. Yeah, when I was a kid, my dad was a big fan. I had a lot of the toys. I had the tiger, like a panther that wasn't in the movie. I had He-Man, the action figure. I had a few things. I'm not like adept on like the lore and the knowledge. I just know he just says, I have the power. But that's what my action figure used to say. I used to be able to speak, and it was fucking awesome.
See, and that's the same thing with my brother. Like, my brother's 6 years older than me, so I don't know if I missed it by how many years.
Yeah.
But he had the
He-Man.
the whole castle thing. And
Oh,
he
yeah.
he
Oh,
had the
Castle
what is it, the
Grayskull.
he.
Oh.
Yeah, so he had the castle thing. I had no idea what it was. I was just playing with it. I never saw the show. But I think the reason why I say that with the age, and when you said that with the age, and I could tell people were, like you said, I was picking up on like, oh, that guy is obviously a huge character, or that guy's a favorite, whatever it may be, and the stuff they were saying, they were laughing. Like when he got the sword and he was in the store and he was was he trying it out in the store, right?
Yeah.
He was trying to get it out. Yeah.
Yeah, so he was trying to get it out and he held it up and whatever, and the guy in front of me literally goes, "That's not the fucking the saying," and like he
Okay.
was getting involved with it, and I was like, I don't know what the saying is. I'll be honest with you. So I was like, okay, I guess there is a saying that goes along with this, and maybe I should have done a little bit more research going
Yeah.
to this
Shimmy,
movie.
shimmy,
But
y'all, shimmy, yam, shimmy, yay.
I think that's it too.
That's
I
what it
think
was.
I think if something when you do say that, I think Coolio comes back to life. That's Coolio, right? Yeah. See,
Yeah.
you better watch out.
Coolio's coming to get me.
Yeah, you better watch out going back to
You know
work,
he's in a
big dog.
Batman movie? Sorry, I'm going off track.
Which here we go, Andrew. The we're off the rails already, but no, I
Yeah,
have no
what
idea.
Batman
What
movie?
Batman movie?
He was in Val Kilmer's
Forever, isn't
Batman,
it?
if I remember right.
Okay.
I think he was in Forever.
Okay.
Okay,
I don't remember.
All right.
I
You just
barely
see,
remember
you just
that
see
movie.
his hair. I was like, that's Coolio. Oh, I know that from Gangster's Paradise from the one song I knew.
Dude, I'm gonna get my hair like that. How about that?
Oh, you might be a little culturally insensitive.
Yeah.
Well, forget you guys then. I'm going home. But the thing is too, and I think you guys brought it up, and you guys will touch on this obviously as well, is the cheesiness of it. Like they leaned hard into the cheesiness of it, and I think you got to respect that. And there's a question I'm going to be bringing up, and I don't want to talk about it now because I think that I saw people on both sides of this, and I was like, all right, don't be a baby, but I'll bring that question up. I'm going to bookmark that, and you guys will know what I'm going to talk about going into it. But the cheesiness of this movie was definitely up to the standard of like, all right, this is an 80s cartoon. They did a movie in the 85 or 86 or whatever it was. So definitely
Dolph
hardcore
Lundgren.
80s.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, dude. And that guy, hey, you know what? I've got a girlfriend. But if that guy hit on me, still could get it.
It is
that
June.
guy. I don't know how old. Yeah, I don't know how old he is.
Dolph Lundgren now?
Not Rocky. Not Rocky. Oh, what are we
Okay,
talking
but
about?
either way, dude. Either way.
Jesse likes him older.
Yeah.
80s Dolph Lundgren, 90s, 2000s, 10s, 20s.
You just
It
want to
doesn't
be
matter.
held
This
by
guy
Dolph
still
Lundgren?
got it.
Yeah.
I guess so. Because this guy, dude, he's still attractive. He's still got some pipes on him. And I'm not talking about singing. I'm talking about the guns, baby. So if I'm a
they're big.
woman that sees him at a bar, and I don't know if he's married, I assume he is. If he's not, I'm sliding right over there and talking to him. Because that guy's still
Okay.
attractive.
What are
Now,
you gonna
that's my
say?
first take on Dolph Lundgren. I'll say, is this felt? He'll say, what? And I'll touch his shirt. Now it is. Walk away,
There you
finish
go.
my drink. Then it leaves him thinking. And then guess what? He wants more. So he comes up and talks to me. I ain't a
Okay.
chaser, but I'll get chased, baby. Come on now.
Oh,
All right.
Okay.
All right, Tone. First take. Rip it off, baby.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was, again, I know when I say I'm like, if I'm going to describe a shitty movie, I'm going to say it's fun. This one was actually fun. Like just an entertainment, like entertaining, just like it knew it was cheesy. It knew it was schlock. Again, it doesn't reinvent the wheel of like, oh my God, this is the greatest action movie I've ever seen, or oh my God, this is the greatest whatever. I was like, you know what? I'm into it from beginning to end. Some of the VFX, not the strongest, but you know, that's just usually how it is in the industry these days. Yeah, I like the performances. I don't know the main actor's name. I think it's like Nicholas something.
I
He's
wrote
been
it
in a lot
down.
of my
It's
favorite parts.
Nicholas Galitzine.
Sparks.
Galitzine, I think.
Oh, okay. I really like
I
him.
haven't seen him in
thought
anything.
was
Is he in anything?
great. Watch Bottoms.
Yeah, that's the only movie like from the last 4 years that you may even know.
That's not true. He was in the
Okay.
movie on Amazon Prime where he was supposed to, I think he's playing like a One Direction offshoot, like where he's like a pop star and him and Anne Hathaway start
Oh yeah, start hooking
dating.
up.
Yeah.
What?
I've
Don't know
only
what the movie's called.
I've only seen the like parts on Instagram for that movie.
Yep, yeah, I was gonna say that's all I've seen. And he was in The Sheep Detective, which I still haven't watched. But
Oh, for goddamn.
You're gonna watch
Tone.
that.
What was he? Was he?
You're
Was he
gonna
a
watch
sheep?
that movie and you're
was
gonna
a sheep,
like.
wasn't
You're
he?
gonna be like, dude, that actually was pretty good.
I think
haven't
Tone
seen it
has
yet.
to watch Evil Dead Rise or whatever that one movie is, and Jesse and I will watch Sheep Detective, and we'll just talk about the movies at
Match
the
it together.
time, and we'll just see who had a better time.
Oh, mate, I'm gonna watch both. I'm gonna watch
Yeah.
Sheep Detective tomorrow,
Oh.
and then I'm watching Backrooms again.
Okay, yeah,
Oh.
Backrooms. I kind of
Yeah.
want Backrooms needs a second watch, I think, and you guys definitely need it because you
Yeah,
missed the
because
first
I missed a
15
good
minutes.
chunk of it, so I'm going to. I'm taking my little brothers tomorrow, so I'm like, all right, we'll get there on time.
There we go.
How old are your brothers?
14 and 11.
Oh, this is going to be
Okay,
fun.
Yeah,
that'll be interesting because when I was 14, 11, and if I saw that movie, I'm gonna say, what the fuck did I just watch?
they're
But
into the
that's
lore.
just
They've
me.
watched a lot of the Backrooms
Oh, okay.
lore, so they're
Okay.
they're into it. So I'm like, all right, let's go watch it.
They're the YouTube
All right,
generation.
I got you.
Exactly. I mean, so am I, but like Backrooms is just something that I missed. I like knew of it, but didn't know a whole lot.
Mhm.
But yeah, I thought, entertaining movie. I really Camila Mendez was
Mhm.
good. I only know her from Riverdale, and I only watched the first season a very long time ago. Idris Elba, also entertaining.
Oh, crushed
and
it.
this Jared Leto as Skeletor was very entertaining. I liked him as Skeletor. I thought it was good. Again, knew what he was of like villain and could be good villain, like not good, but like scary or like antagonizing. I don't know the proper term if I'm going to be honest. But
He
and
got
then when it
cheesy
to
though
the-
too.
Exactly. That was what I liked the most was like him laughing. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm done. Get away. Or we'll get into spoilers in a little bit, but there's a few lines in there that I was actually laughing.
Mhm.
It was towards the end.
It was good.
Fight with He-Man and Skeletor. I was like, this is so funny to me.
Yeah. Andrew,
Yeah.
first take.
Okay, yeah, first take. Good movie, not great, but like we've all said, yeah, just a fun ride. I would say best way to describe this movie is kind of a roller coaster. Sometimes you're very much into it and you're just like, oh, okay, this kind of rocks, and other times you're just like, okay, like let's kind of like move it forward a little bit. Like the first 20 minutes, like it after a while it just kind of drags, and you're just like, okay,
Yep.
let's just get back to Eternia and let's start ripping. But no, I thought overall, yeah, Jared Leto best performance in a long time, and I think it was because I didn't have to see his face. It rocked.
You didn't see Tron Ares?
No, I didn't.
Nobody did.
I saw his face all in the trailer, and I said, I'm not watching that movie.
Yeah, he sometimes has that effect.
But yeah, no, I think it was it's just one of those summer blockbusters that you're like, you go to the movies because you like going to the movies, and it entertained everyone that went. Obviously we're not like the right demographic, which is fine. Like we don't know the lore. We didn't grow up in the 80s as like these big He-Man fans, and everything I've seen online so far is that like people who this movie was kind of made for, that demographic, absolutely love it, and they had a great time. They loved all the nods to the show. But yeah, no, I only like harsh takes was I was like, this could have been about 30 minutes shorter. I felt.
I agree. I agree.
220 for this kind of movie was just a little long.
Little bit.
Yeah, and then yeah, when you kind of dive into that campy aspect of like, okay, we're gonna do a lot of jokes. We're gonna try and make sure like these hit, and I said I would think about half of them actually hit. So it was just kind of like, okay, yeah, the jokes were there, and some of them you're just like, yeah, that was great, that was perfect, and then they moved on, and then some of them you kind of like sit in it, and then that's the like going up with the roller coaster. You're just like, okay, it's like, well,
Yeah,
they
some
tried.
jokes are better than others. I like the Fisto one. I thought that one was
Yeah.
funny.
It's great.
I thought that was good.
That was good.
Yeah, but again, it's not a movie. It's like, oh my god, it reinvents everything. I like Travis Knight as a director. I've always thoroughly enjoyed his movies. Loved Kubo and the Two Strings. That movie kicks ass.
That movie kicks so much ass.
Bumblebee is my favorite Transformers movie, and he killed it in that movie too. Great movie.
You're crazy
Didn't do great at the
because
box
have you seen the
office.
first one with Megan Fox?
That's
Of
my
course.
second favorite one. I love the first one, and the VFX for that movie still hold up to this day.
Yeah.
But that's a different conversation for a different time. The rest of them, when I watched the last Transformers movie, I was crying, but not because I was emotional, just because I was like, oh my god, I don't want to be here anymore. I
And it
was
was
just like,
probably
dude,
3.5 hours long.
it was, and it was horrible. And then I heard, I mean, it wasn't the latest one, but it was the one where the guy that was in Midsummer was like, I'm gonna sleep with your underage daughter, and it's legal in the state of Texas. And I'm like, that's a weird plot to throw into this movie, but I'm not here to talk about that movie. I'm here to talk about He-Man, and I like Travis Knight, and I hope he does more. But see, it's a bummer because I know this movie did not do well at the
Yeah.
Yeah.
box office this weekend. So I'm like, that sucks because I like everyone involved. My thing is, I don't know what you would do for a sequel. Again, they could do anything because I'm like, I don't
The chick
know.
at
I
the
don't know
end.
what other
Yeah, did you
villains.
watch the 3 post-credit scenes?
Was there
Oh, there's
three?
three of
There's
them?
3. There's one
I
at
didn't
the
even.
end.
I didn't say at the very, very end. I
It's
saw
not.
the.
It's not a big one.
I won't say it,
I s-
but we'll get to it. I didn't know there's three.
There was
I'm gonna have to
a
ask you
final.
what that third
I
one.
thought
Oh
there was
yeah.
one.
No, there's 3.
thought there
There's
was
the one
two.
immediately after
Fuck.
the movie ends with the
Yeah,
which was obviously a nod to
the
the
old
TV
cartoon.
shows that we
Yeah.
just didn't watch. And then yeah, there's the mid-credit scene, and then there is a post-credit scene.
Oh my
Which one's the
word.
mid credit? The one with the chick?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I stay for that one. What was the last?
Well, we'll
wait,
get into that.
we'll get into that.
Save
We'll
it.
get into that. I will say
Um,
this though. You guys brought up two things that.
Okay.
So first off, Jared Leto, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Andrew, you didn't see Haunted Mansion. Tone, you see Haunted Mansion,
Not
the
a
new
chance.
one?
I honestly, when you texted us today saying using Haunted Mansion, that was the first time I've ever heard about it. It's like, what? I
So-
thought only Danny DeVito was in that movie.
So
And Lakeith Stanfield.
y'all, if y'all watch it, like this is my mom's. Okay,
I won't.
No.
I love my mom. Right? She's amazing. She's phenomenal. Love her
I
to
love
death.
her too.
Her favorite movie. Exactly. See, there we go. Everyone loves her. I will say this: her movie takes. Okay. Favorite movie sometimes. Okay. Iffy
You are
at
your
best.
mother's
That's
son.
probably where I get it from. Exactly. That's probably what it is. Oh, that's a great movie. No, that movie sucked. Nah, I'm not going to say that in front of my mom. But
Yeah.
she loves Haunted Mansion. I've seen it numerous times. The new one, that's one of her favorite movies. Absolutely love it. I'll respect it. Whatever. He literally is the same voice actor in Haunted Mansion than he is in this one. Like it sounds the
Oh.
exact same. Exact same. And he's the ghoul goblin bad guy type. It's like literally almost the same thing, except less action.
Okay.
He's literally just the
All
goblin guy that's trying to get the souls so he can become human again. It is what it is. It was the same voice. That's exactly what it was. When I heard it, I was like, he didn't even change anything. And I don't know what they do in the Master Control or whatever to mix up his voice. I don't know. But it was the same fucking voice. 2, on the timing thing. Now, I want to get your guys' reaction because people are popping off right now on social media. So the timing thing, 2.5 hours, whatever it was. Do you think this is a kids movie? Because people were saying that they're marketing it towards a kids movie. Obviously, some of the jokes in there weren't kids, and then people were going double downing, whatever the fuck it is,
Doubling down.
on the doubling down. There we go. See, this is what happens when you get an ACT or 18 on an ACT. Okay, sometimes my English isn't great.
That's out of
Never even
36
took it.
people.
Yeah, that's out of 36. I was sick, but I ended up getting to 23, which still isn't great. I'm not going to Harvard anytime soon. They were doubling down on it, saying that 2.5 hours is too long for a kids movie, and I'm like, I get where you're coming from. So that's what I'm saying. Do you guys think this is a kids movie?
I think tonally it didn't know what it was trying to be a lot of the time. I think it tried to be this like movie about lost childhood, and then it also was like, oh, but also he is an HR person and he is trying to like fight off toxic masculinity while also being He-Man. So I think like tonally it really didn't know what it was trying to be, and it that kind of showed in the sense of like as well, it didn't know who its demographic was. Like obviously this movie was kind of made for grown men in their 40s, I would say. Like that's the best way to put it. And
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
then they're like, "Oh, but we kind of got to make it PG so that I believe it was PG. So that
Was
like
it PG? I thought
it's
it
got to
was
be
PG-13.
13. Yeah, after some of what they said in that, it's probably PG-13 now that you say that. But yeah, it's just like,
I'll
okay,
double
well, if it's going to be PG-13 and it's not really for kids, then like they kind of leaned into the kiddie stuff at some point. So it's just like, yeah, I feel like this movie was made for men or kids that grew up in the 80s, and then it was like, oh, we kind of got to make it more marketable for others so that they can kind of do it. And that's where this movie lacks for me for sure.
Huh. See, I am on the side of I thought it knew what it was. Again, it's marketed towards men from the 40s or women. I don't know. People love He-Man. Uh, but it gives me the vibe of like it's just a Marvel movie, you know?
Hmm.
It has that thing where it's like, here's comedy for this, and it's lighthearted enough to watch with like a whole family film, I think. It's like, yeah, no
Yeah.
one's gonna be offended by this
Hmm.
movie by any means. You could take your kids, you could just see it by yourself. It's whatever. I think it works in that aspect. Because I'm like, again, it gave me the vibe of like the Thor movies, if I'm gonna be honest. It was like, oh, it's just the first three Thor movies, just in this one
Yeah.
movie, which isn't a bad thing, except Thor 2. But like, I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily. I'm like, yeah, I think it's some of the comedy. It's like Shrek. I don't know. I don't think movies are really. I think it's horseshit when movies can be advertised towards kids because I know you could do both. Guess
Hmm.
what? One of my
Yep.
favorite movies is Shrek. That is by definition a kids movie because it's animated. But I just watched it a couple weeks ago and that movie's still fucking hilarious. So I'm like, oh, it can hit adult humor and it can get kids humor. So you can find a way to blend both. It's not
Hmm.
impossible. Some of the Inside Out movies do it. Coco does it. Like it's possible to do that. I don't think there's ever anything that's like full kids movie, except when I think it's always like kids whenever the movie is pretty bad. Like
Hmm.
I didn't like that Mario movie that came out, the Super Mario Galaxy. I was just like, whatever, just whatever.
Yeah, that's a movie made for kids. Like it's like
Yeah,
fast paced, like
Yeah.
everything keeps
Leaning
moving.
into it.
but again,
Yeah.
it's also like for people who played that game. It's like,
Oh
oh
yeah.
well, here's a reference to this and this and this. It's just like I think where it boils down to is that it's not the strongest writing or it's lazy sometimes. Or it's like, oh, I know they're on a deadline. They got to either cut a lot of this movie out or we got to add so much in here that it's just really dragging.
Hmm.
I think it always just comes down to the writing at the end of the day of like, oh, if a movie's super long, I'm like, man, that flew by. Or it's really short. I'm like, that flew by. It just always comes down to writing. And if
Totally.
I'm just really connecting with it, which sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not.
Well, and that's the thing too. What you just said was the writing. The people that were, like I said, I'm going off of social media stuff, so I'm like, there you go. See ya. I'm going off of social media stuff, because I kind of want to see people's reactions from this movie, and people were just like, "Well, how do you describe this joke? How do you describe that joke to your kid? Like,
Hmm.
that's inappropriate for kids. That's inappropriate for this." First off, one, you don't need to take them to the movie if you don't want to.
Second of all,
That's your
Also-
when you're
choice.
fisting somebody, you go like this, and then you make the fist.
Also confirmed
Yeah, you don't.
PG-13 movie. So if the kid's under 13, that's on the parents.
Yeah, that's on the parents. But at the same time, like there's so many movies that the joke goes over their head and they're like, oh, okay. Like, all right. Is this a spoiler? I don't know. I guess spoiler
Well,
alert, but we're not really
we'll go.
spoiling anything.
You know what? We'll go. Would you recommend this movie?
Yes.
I would
would
recommend
recommend
seeing
it?
it once. One time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, once.
I'd
Like,
say
it
yeah.
is what it is.
I think it's entertaining. I think it's fun in the theater. I think some of the crowd reaction from people who are big fans of He-Man, I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Mhm.
Some people are really into it. I think my dad really wants to watch it, so he's super into it. So I'm like, oh, if you have a dad or uncle or some aunt, sister, whatever, mom who really likes He-Man, go see it with them. They might enjoy it. Yeah, I think it's worth it. But that's spoiler free. I think it's a
Cool.
good, entertaining time. I know I make fun of the word fun and the term fun, but this is one of the special exceptions where it was fun, not like the stupid bullshit
There
where
we
it's
go.
dog shit writing. But now we'll go into spoilers.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this about the theater
Spoiler warning,
experience.
spoiler warning,
This was
spoiler warning.
spoiler. The theater experience was probably honestly some of the best stuff because you
Oh,
got that crowd reaction. And Andrew, you've always said this, like, make sure you go to this movie in the theater. Now, I'm not saying that right now. If you want to watch it at home, I don't care. But I'm just saying that this was like a crowd, at least in my theater, that everyone was getting into it. Whether they said a certain quote or there was a certain action or there was an action scene or something played out that they didn't agree with, like they were getting into it. And I love that when people get into that stuff. Now, if you're talking throughout the whole theater or taking your shoes off like the person behind me did, and I could smell their feet,
You're
that's
lying.
a different story. That's a different day. I swear to
That's
God,
wild.
dude.
I'm
'cause it was
cutting
like-
off. I'm cutting off your feet, jihad style, dude. Are you insane? You're gonna take out your
No,
feet?
like I know exactly the scene it popped up on when he was fighting it yeah, we already gave the spoiler alert. When he was fighting and on the ship, but he was on the jet ski looking thing,
Oh, yeah.
and he hopped
Oh,
and
yeah.
he crashed it or whatever. All of a sudden, I just got this whiff, and I was like, "What the?" And I'm like, "That's feet. That's
That's
dirty
dog.
feet smell." So
You
that's
are
fucking
a
gross.
filthy piece of shit. I'm cutting off your feet.
And it was
Yeah,
probably a
meat
kid.
cleaver.
Once, it was probably a kid. So once again, back to my point, we're going full circle right now.
Do better. Be a better parent.
Exactly. If you don't want your kid to see this movie, you got to be a better parent. But at the same time, people are saying, "How do you describe the pussy joke?"
Yep.
And all right, so folks, I'm going to be honest
Oh,
with you.
yeah,
That
I
came
forgot-
out
I
way
forgot.
too quick.
I forgot about that.
It's the chick, the cat, and He-Man. About to go into, I was going to say Skull Island. That's Scooby Doo.
Castle
But they're
Grayskull.
about to go into Castle Grayskull. Thank you, Andrew. And the cat doesn't want to go in there. The girl calls him a pussy, and then He-Man leans in. He's like, "You're a pussy cat." So my point is like that joke is so quick and so like boom boom that it's gonna go over any kid's head. You don't have to describe that shit. I mean, dude, I was watching when I was a kid. Now I'm not gonna blame my parents, but I was watching movies I definitely shouldn't have been watching. I watched The Shining when I was 8 years old. Is that movie probably appropriate for me? No, not
Yeah.
even close.
I watched Mary
Am I
Kay and
scarred by
Ashley
it?
go to Paris when I was 7. Do you think that was appropriate?
No. Duh.
Oh,
The
okay.
Ring. I texted you guys this. I'm not seeing The Ring ever again. I'm not watching it on
fair.
Halloween. I'm not watching it any other day. I
love
watched
that
that
movie.
when I was 10 years old at my cabin with my aunt and uncle. They threw it on the VHS. For all those people that don't know what that is, go read a book. Threw it on the VHS and watched it, and I'm like,
Go read a book
That
for
movie's-
VHS.
that movie's fucking nuts. For a 10-year-old kid to watch that fucking movie. Holy shit, dude. I couldn't sleep like 2 weeks. Every single time I looked into the corner, I thought I was seeing hair coming out of the wall. And I was like, nope, had to sleep with the nightlight. So that's probably why I'm scared of the dark.
Dude, my mom
So
used to
thank you.
prank call me. She used to call the phone and say, "You're gonna die in 7 days."
Oh
She did that to
my
her son.
God.
To her son.
That's real.
So-
That's a real thing. that
Yeah,
happened?
to a child. I would pick up the phone and I'd be like, because I thought in my head, I was like, oh, if I'm watching The Ring on the tape, would I get secondhand? Because then they're watching on the tape and I'm still seeing it. Is that secondhand? Am I gonna die in 7 days? My parents were bullies.
Yeah,
That
but
is
didn't they also
abs-
used to hide from you in the house?
They did once. They did once. I wasn't listening, and they're like, "We're leaving you," and then they hid in a closet for probably, I think they really committed for like 30 minutes, and I was just
Oh.
crying. I was like, I'm alone.
My God.
That's wild.
All right, pizza rolls it is. Pop tarts
Yeah.
and pizza rolls.
Dude, yeah, I was maybe I wasn't in school yet. I know that.
Oh shit.
Holy shit.
Hey, that's
My parents
commitment to the bit.
My parents felt like siblings to me. They were just very much. Let's pull a prank on this little bastard.
We got him.
That's
But
why I
yeah,
can sit
Jesse,
like this.
Jesse, back to your original point, and yeah, I think really if a parent is upset about that kind of joke, it's one of those ones where I was talking to my girlfriend about this. It's like a 4 or 5 year old. Let's say they parents.
My
actually
name's
take-
Tone.
like a 4 or 5 year old that goes to that movie, they don't know what they only know pussycat. Like that's all they've ever said. Like if they know cat, they know pussycat. They don't know the secondary term. So it's just like
for yourself.
you
I
knew what a
knew.
pussy was at 5 years old.
Oh yeah, you bet your ass I did.
Okay. Damn. Sorry,
Let
I
me tell you,
didn't-
Hey.
I was watching very inappropriate movies. Like, you think The Ring's inappropriate? Brother, I was watching the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, we had very different childhoods. But,
We sure did. We sure did. That
Uh,
explains the way that I am, though, if
Yeah.
I'm going to be
Hey,
completely
you're
honest.
literate though. I like that. You know
That's
what
why
you're
you're
talking
funny.
about. That's why.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
But yeah, no, I think they did a really good job about masking a lot of other jokes. At one point they're having like the aerial fight in their ships, and then they get hit, and it goes son of a, and it goes breach hall. And it's
I
like,
thought that was funny.
I
I
like
like
that.
that one.
I thought that was hilarious.
good. Dude, I love that AI system of like, ship run analytics. There's a breach in the hull. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh, hull breach. Can you run analytics? Yeah, there's a breach in the hull.
yeah,
Thank you.
There's a fucking hole in this ship, idiot.
Yeah, so funny.
So yeah, no, like I think the parents are like probably like it's fair to overreact to that in a way, but it's also just like this is why movies have ratings. If you go to a PG,
Yep.
everyone knows at this day and age that a PG-13 movie as well can say the
Yeah.
F word one time. Like nowadays, PG-13 means you can say fuck one time. And it's
He
back
did,
to
didn't he?
no, he didn't. No one ever
Oh,
did.
I would have been
But that's
shocked.
just like a normal.
No, because he was shooting at the they were in the cave thing and they were trying to escape, and it was the robot, Idris Elba, the lady, and He-Man. The characters' names don't stick with me, folks. Don't fucking hold it against me. That was blah blah blah. Okay, but
Tila,
Idris Elba,
Duncan.
Tequila,
Duncan. Oh, that's a
um,
reference. Looking for
bam,
love.
hold it. Yep, I'm always looking for love from Tone and Andrew.
Oh.
So, folks, if you want to watch that, yo. But they're trying to escape the cave thing.
Yeah.
And the guy with the Cyclops looking eye shoots the rock or something and duck fuck something rhymed with
It did. It
some
did.
fuck.
They were
And then
playing.
he was
They were
like,
playing around with it.
Ugh.
What?
Yeah, he said like
He
fuck.
almost said fuck. It was just like
Oh,
no. She
it
said
was one of those.
she
Okay.
literally told him duck.
The
and
duck,
yeah,
and he's
and
like
because
shut or
yeah.
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah. So it
you'll
like
hey,
they
you
did
watch
they-
it again,
yeah.
you'll know.
Yeah, they did. They did a really good job about like those little funny jokes and quips. But I mean, like even going back to that dumb Transformer movie that we're talking about, at one point Mark Wahlberg just turns to the camera and goes, "Fuck," because it's a PG-13 movie.
Oh yeah.
He does, and like again.
Oh
back to
no
that-
no no. It was Stanley Tucci.
Was it Stanley Tucci?
It was Stanley Tucci.
Oh,
And
okay.
I only know this because that was the funniest part of the whole movie out of that horrible movie where they're like, all right, excuse me. How do you say get the fuck out of my way in Chinese? I was like, that is hilarious.
That's what it was. That's what. Well, I also just
It's the
remember Mark
Tooch.
Wahlberg just grabbing the most product placement ever and grabbing a Bud Light and hitting it over the
Sure
car
did.
to open it and drink it. But again, yeah,
God bless
wrong
you,
movie,
Michael Bay.
Badass.
wrong movie. But and then
We love you, Michael Bay.
so yeah, I get parents being mad about like just coming out and saying pussy because they've been flirting with like the jokes the whole time. It's like duck, breach, son of a, and it's just like okay, they just let one rip. So who cares though? Like let's be
They
100%
said
honest.
fucking Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
They did, yeah. That was the first
Yeah.
Marvel movie that they said fuck.
Yeah,
Hell yeah! If any
Yeah.
movie, if any series of that movie, it's definitely that one though.
it has to be.
Those
And I'm
movies
like,
fucking
again,
rip,
the rating system is just, yeah, it's different than it was 10 years ago, 15, 20 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Way different. So I'm like,
Well-
I don't know. Like, and this is it's so minor. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, your parenting needs to just settle down a little bit, okay? Like, let's just not raise a bunch of assholes and pussies in this next generation. Like, if they see this movie and you're offended by it, for God's sake, just stay at
Can
home.
you imagine being like, oh, yeah, I was really offended from the He-Man movie? Are you insane?
Yeah.
Why?
Time to go kick
You
rocks or chew glass or
Pussy?
play with marbles on Highway 5.
Oh,
Jesus.
I love Highway 3 specifically.
Oh, okay. I love Highway 69. Well, there we go. Now we're going Fast and Furious. But no, this movie, honestly, at the end of the day, I just I mean, we've already talked about this, but I think what really did a good job of it, and I like this a lot, was just, I mean, I don't know if it's right. I don't know if some people like this, but the costumes. I like the costumes in this movie.
Yeah.
And I know we've talked
Yeah,
about like,
fantastic.
the vibes
I
of
thought
it
the
and
set,
everything
I thought
like
the
that.
set design and the costume design was awesome. I like that they even
Yeah.
hammed in, like they played into it. Like, hey, these are the silly costumes, and we're just going for it.
And
Yeah,
even like
1000%.
and then Skeletor's just like describing He-Man is like super ripped dude.
That
tan,
that was the part
loincloth.
that I wanted to bring up. Oh, yeah, loincloth, and then you can't break this in between your magnificent thighs. Like, I loved that shit, dude. I was like, hell yeah, Skeletor's a little gay.
Yeah,
I like it.
He
Because that's always
understands.
been the
but-
thing with the show,
Mhm.
from like the memes and everything for the last like 20 years. It's always been like, yeah, He-Man is gay. He-Man is gay. It's a very gay show. And I'm like, you know what? Hell yeah. They kind of leaned into it, at least with
A little bit.
Skeletor for
Yeah.
sure. And like,
Yeah.
he's like, in Skeletor in the cartoon, a little flamboyant.
I mean, yeah,
So, I
even
like it.
He-Man in
Andrew
that
said it's
cartoon.
June.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's June. Shout out.
So, oh yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
But
Uh,
the best loincloth joke was definitely the one where they were like trying to lift up the plane or whatever it was, and she was like right next to it, and she's like, "Oh, your loincloth's in my face,"
Yeah.
or something like that. And I was like, "Yes, See, but that's what I'm saying. It's like stuff like that. And he got friend zoned in that same scene too.
I thought that
Oh
was
my
funny.
That was great.
gosh.
Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious. I was thinking about you every day. Yeah, I was too. Oh, just as friends.
Yeah.
As a little brother. It's like, oh, yeah, describe that joke to your kid who's 8 years old. Hey, there's gonna be someday we're gonna think this lady's hot and you're gonna want to date her in high school. But guess what? You're friend zoned because you're a little jiggle jugs and you don't do
Not
nothing.
again.
Now we're going
It's
back.
fact.
It's
I was gonna say,
Jesse's
fact.
therapy minute.
Yeah, I was gonna say every episode will have a little therapy corner for Jesse for about 2 minutes about talking about jiggle jugs
We'll
and how
let
this
you, man.
movie uh, brought back some.
Oh, I got
memories.
friend zone, big dog. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Hey, it was
What
good
was the
though. It
worst
was
friend
good.
zone you got?
Oh, I don't even want
Okay, yep.
to. She's not gonna listen.
He's like,
So
oh god, he's like, I can't
this
get into
this
it.
girl I went to high school with went to the same college as me, only
Mm.
for a year, I think, and she broke up with her boyfriend. She liked the Penguin sweatshirt I had on, the Pittsburgh Penguins, shout out, and I got her one that looked exactly like it. Gave it to her. Went over to her dorm by herself. I'm there too, so I'm like, whoa. You've been a great friend to me during this breakup. Yay! I was just like, you've got to be kidding me.
That's when you find
I
a
was done.
tall building or a very tall bridge.
I would have got the
Or
campus
find
gun.
a-
You know
I would've
Zendaya in
just-
the drama first episode? That.
Oh yeah,
That.
Yee. I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying. I was so pissed. I was like, all right, where's the bottle of booze? Because your daddy needs some. My God. But nonetheless, He-Man, great movie. Absolutely loved it.
Who would have won,
couple-
He-Man or Jiggle Jugs?
What would have happened? He-Man or Jiggle Jugs? Who would've won?
Jiggle Jugs versus He-Man.
Oh, I would have won, dude. Just shaking him for him. Just look at that. And then he would just would have gotten a trance. And even game over, dude. Game over. But
I want to get into
No, I mean,
two.
this is-
I got 2 points. I want to give this movie
Oh,
a little
let's
bit
go.
more of its flowers. The like hand-to-hand combat or action pieces I thought were
Oh,
fantastic.
yeah,
I
dude.
thought
Really cool.
really great, really well done.
better
like,
than Mortal Kombat.
at
That is
times.
for damn sure. I thought it was better.
I
than
did, yeah,
Mortal
I
Kombat.
thought any of the fights where it was, if it was
yeah.
the one at the beginning with Duncan and Clapjaw, Trapjaw, whatever
Can't tell
that
ya.
dude's name,
Cheeks.
like fantastic fight scene, and then you have him the first time he powers up, which was so sick, in that cave
Yep.
system, and then has that fight, and he doesn't even use the sword the whole time, and so yeah, and then the ultimate fight scene at the end with him and Skeletor, you're just like that. Those
Yeah.
were the parts of the movies where you're in it and you're just like this rips like
The
this is
camera
exactly
work
what I'm-
was awesome.
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
like, yo, they're using this very well. The editing of those fight scenes, like super sick. I will say the ending of that with that actually we're not even talking about, I'm going off on a tangent. We'll get to that. But yeah, the fight scenes I thought kicked ass. I thought
Yeah.
I like the close up shots. It wasn't like Mortal Kombat where it was like guh,
Mhm.
guh. It was just like very like slow, either slow-mo or just like very fast, like quick reactions of it.
It's
Totally.
good
Which I liked.
sequences. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I can't think there. I know there's a movie that had that style. I cannot think of it off the top of my head, but I'm a big fan of it with like action scenes like that. Because usually with me with action movies, I like action movies, but sometimes my eyes go like hazy, where I'm just like, oh my god, it just looks like the same shit. Like the John Wick movies a lot. Sometimes my eyes will just kind of like gloss over. Like I've been driving for 30 minutes, and I was like, oh, I don't even know where the fuck I've been at the last 30. It just, I don't know. It goes hazy where I'm like, it gets a little repetitive, a little boring. This one I thought was fresh. Really liked it. Yeah, big fan.
Yeah, definitely.
Big fan.
And then the only other thing I feel like should we just get into Jared Leto's performance and just say our favorite parts about that, even though that
Oh,
may be
yes.
the hardest thing we have to
Bless you.
do is talk highly about Jared Leto.
I'll
Yeah, so
say
that's what they're pulling to.
I like
Oh.
Jared Leto in two things and two things only. I think I've seen every Jared Leto movie.
Damn.
I'm going to be real confident. I think I've seen every Jared Leto movie. Is it because he's in it? No, it's a good movie that I'm like, yeah, he just so happens to be in it.
Mhm.
I like him in Blade Runner 2049. He's very good as the blind guy who makes replicants.
I have not seen that.
So good, Jesse. It's so good.
And
Oh,
Dallas Buyers
I'm blowing it.
Club.
Yep, there we go.
Yep.
And Morbius.
There we go.
There it is.
Walking on crutches to take a shit.
I wonder what the behind the scenes stuff was for this movie because he always goes method. What was it like on this movie?
Oh,
I really
He
want
was
to
just
know.
dressed up in skeleton costumes.
but he's just
That
got
would
like a
be
green
yeah.
face the whole time.
Oh,
Oh, that'd be awesome. You know what? The
Just
VFX
walk
for
around.
Skeletor, really good.
Really good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have I like the one shot. I think it's in the trailer where the ship is like lowering down or the doors opening when they're getting off from the ship, and it's that close up of him with his red eyes.
Yep.
Really cool.
I was speaking of that. I
Yeah.
thought it was so good that with all the camera movements, like you got the his eyes were so glowing red that it would have like a
Yeah.
lens flare. Like I was
I
like,
really like that.
That's so cool. I thought that was
Yeah.
just a nice little touch because yeah, he has glowing red eyes, but you see the lens flare, and it was just like that
Exactly.
rocks.
Yeah.
No, and I think the thing with his performance too is, I mean, it comes back to the point we made is like there's silliness in this movie, like there's cheesiness. So he leaned hard into that, and obviously he didn't write the lines, but he definitely had a good time with it. I mean, the scenes where he's like Tone said, he's laughing, and they're like, "Oh, I'm done," or he's one of the best sequences I liked in this movie was towards the end when he's like, quote unquote, I guess, dead. And he's like Skeletor is kind of like in his whole life, but the best was when he
Yeah.
was when he's in the office. He's like, "Who is this guy?" He's like
Yeah.
shoved and punched one of
That
his workers.
was
And he's like,
one of
"Who is
my
this dude?"
favorite sequences in the whole movie.
It was
I
so
think that
good.
was my
Yeah.
favorite part of the whole movie was
Yeah.
him just going through, different parts of his memory. I love that part of him just in a purple dressed up shirt. His
Yep.
tie was full of bones. I
Mhm.
was like, that's hilarious to me.
Or he has
And he had a
the
badge,
ripped
too, with
off
his face.
the ripped off hoodie and he's still
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
and he's just
yeah.
like sitting there
Yes.
pumping.
That was the line where he's like, in
Oh.
between your magnificent thighs. And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
this is hilarious.
But yeah, I really enjoyed that because it was that kooky thing that you can do in this kind of movie that I like. Never in my life did I expect to see those like three scenes because it was the gym and then the second one was I'm trying to remember I can
Yeah, what was the set? I was
Was he in
The
his-
second one was in the dinner scene.
the
Yes,
yeah
when he was the chick.
he's
Yeah.
at the date from the beginning of the movie.
I was
Yeah.
hoping Skeletor was going to be wearing like a dress or something. I thought
I
that
was
would have been
too.
hilarious.
I thought he was. Like
there
a
was a
wig,
part of me
too?
that I was like, oh, please be wearing a dress, dude. But it's okay. He's wearing a suit. It was still funny.
Yeah, and then he went,
Nice.
and then the HR, and he's like, human resources.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
is this? It's like, I don't understand.
Like the best was
this.
like, he was like, "Who is this guy? Who did I just shove?" Or like whatever. And it was
Oh,
just,
Daryl or Dale.
Yeah.
Something like that. I
Yeah,
like
that
that
was
he
a good
beat him
time.
up before he walked in and just the oh god.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, I like that he played up with the cheese. I liked that everybody kind of did. I will say again, the main actor of this movie, can't remember, but very, very good. I thought he was hilarious. I hope he does more stuff because I think he was really entertaining and just
Mhm.
really good as He-Man. Just he didn't take itself too seriously. Just when he's trying to get the sword, he's like, just like the screams and everything. Hilarious.
And then he's like humping the guy, and then
Yeah.
someone's like just slowly gets out their phone and just
I
recording
see-
it.
And my favorite one's like, "Are you single?" Just after all of that, I'm like, so funny to me. It's just, and I like they played into the meme. I don't know if you guys know the meme of him playing or singing.
Oh, I know.
What's that?
The,
what is that song called?
Hey ya,
Yeah, hey yeah.
yeah.
Not Hey Ya by Andre 3000 and
Yeah.
Outkast.
What's
Not that
going
Hey Ya.
on?
Exactly. They played that song for a little bit. I was really hoping they were gonna play
Yeah.
it for longer and it would be a little bit louder. It's okay. They gave me enough, and I was like, I'm happy with that.
But they played it in the movie.
I had
Unlike
no
Mortal
idea.
Kombat, they knew what people were. They knew how some people like know He-Man. Like that's kind of how I know He-Man is that soundtrack or that song
Yeah.
and that YouTube video of him like in the rainbow of colors.
And he's
just-
doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Great.
we're talking about, Jesse?
I have no idea.
I was gonna
Oh,
say from
I'm
his
lost.
face, I know he does.
That was so no, like the one
Just
big
lost.
YouTube video of He-Man is him just like singing like "What's going on," and it's just
It's
like
incredible.
him. It's just like a colorful background, and he's like going through. Yeah. So
Oh,
I was
so-
really happy that they played that in when he was still in the real world. I honestly wanted it to come back at somewhere towards the end.
I kind of did too. I know some people didn't like the real world stuff. I kind of did. I like because again, felt very 80s movie to me of like,
Mhm.
oh, gets sent from his home planet and he's somewhere else. He's alone, trying to find the sword. He's living a mundane life, but he's special or the
Mhm.
chosen one or whatever. Uh, really like that aspect. And then it goes to what was it called? Eternia.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was cool. I like that set piece with Tila
hmm
Tequila.
Well, and
Sorry.
then they're in the ship, and it's just like sit back, that some weird shit's gonna happen, and then like
Yeah.
the plane or what the spacecraft was just like time for some weird shit to happen.
Yeah, I was like, that was really funny. That was good, and I like the set pieces of them being in there, and then it just goes to like all the refugees down below,
Mhm.
meeting Fisto and what was it called? Ram Man.
Ram Man,
Yep. Ram Man.
something with the dude's neck. I can't think of that.
Oh, Mechanic.
Oh,
Mechanic. Thank you.
yeah, Mechanic.
I know Mechanic because I remember seeing that in the cartoon. I was like, what a weird looking. I appreciate that they fully went for it.
Oh
Not
yeah.
like, oh, we're gonna make it a little realistic and do this. I was like, they went for the campiness of it. I really appreciate it.
When it was like the campiness too of like this is literally how a 7-year-old would name these people from afar, like when he was
Yes.
on Eternia, and then like
Yeah.
saying it, of course, to them as an adult, and they're adults, and they're just like, "What the fuck is this guy saying?" And
Yeah.
but it all then comes back around too in the like build up speech to kind of get them to come back, and it's like, "No, you are these people, and just fucking embrace it." And then so now everyone's leaning into the campiness of it, and then the movie leans into the campiness. It was those parts were great. I liked
Yeah,
it.
That
I thought that was hilarious too. I thought that was another funny set piece when they break the gate and they're walking out and they're playing that Queen song. I was like, hell yeah! And then they're just coughing.
Yeah.
yes. I can't breathe.
And the guy's just drooling from coughing up so hard. I'm like, it's so funny.
The scene right before that though is hilarious. Where they got like the group. He's like, I can't hear you, or he's like, speak up, and he's like, who
Oh
is
yeah,
this
yeah,
guy? And then they're just like, you're just not getting anyone motivated, because
yeah.
it was getting to the climax, and it's like, oh yeah, he's gonna have some speech, and it was just totally dud, and I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
But then here's my thing, I always play the realistic card. Why didn't the robot just run through the gate or the jail cell?
Because it
That's what
was
I would have
made
done.
of something
Whatever.
that they
Yeah.
said was really tough.
So they
Oh,
just had to
okay,
break
well,
the
The
rock
Rock.
above.
yeah,
Come
yeah,
on,
okay, all
dude.
right.
It's all
Also,
about togetherness.
That's right.
I didn't know this until the end credits. Do you know who played the robot?
No.
Uh-uh.
Kristen Wiig.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
you know what? Now I
I
can
was
hear
I
it
hear
now
it.
because
rattled.
I was wondering because I was like, who is playing? I'm like, I know that voice and I cannot pinpoint it to save my life.
That makes sense.
All
Yeah.
right. Exactly. See, so I was like, yep, because you could hear the voice, and you're like, all right, cool, cool. But I
Yeah.
will say this about casting. I like the cheesiness, love all of it, loved it. The one person or the one
I already know.
negative, I
I
guess,
already know who you're gonna choose. I already know who you're choosing.
all right,
Is it Evil Lynn?
was Allison Brie.
Yep, as
Yeah.
Evil Lynn. Yep.
I couldn't stand her in that role. And she just seemed annoying. Like it wasn't like a funny annoying. It wasn't a entertaining annoying. It was just straight up annoying. Like they could have picked anyone else, and they picked her, and it was just like her voice and like her tone and her delivery. I just did not vibe
Good
with
job,
it at all.
Skeletor, my
Yeah.
lord, Skeletor. I like that's the thing. I agree. But it's such a hard thing to pull off because I'd
Oh,
imagine
yeah.
that's what that character is like in the cartoon.
Yeah,
So I cannot imagine. Like I know she was just kind of going off of source material.
hmm
Uh, that I will say she probably had the hardest job of that because that is so hard to do, and it
Yeah, 'cause-
was a little rough. But again, hard thing because it's just her in the cartoon is so like that. And I'm like,
Mhm.
I get it, I get it.
yeah.
The only thing that took me out of it,
And-
and I'll blame social media for this and like
Ooh.
talk shows. So she went to
Yeah, and
on
the
like
woke left mob too.
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
She went on Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel, I forget which one, and she showed like a picture of her doing like makeup for that scene, and she had to talk about how the fact that she couldn't really do she had a lot of hair, so they needed a bald cap, but they needed a bald cap and then the helmet, right? So
Yeah.
but that all just looked like she had a massive head. And so instead, what they did is they like used like a very short bald cap or like a half one, and then just
Mhm.
she only had like the fake white hair at the bottom of it.
She had
so
the Draco Malfoy rocking.
she looked like she even said in like the interview, she's like, we called it the Larry David. Like it was just a bald cap with like. So then
That's
the
hilarious.
first time I see her, that's all I can think about. I was like, she's wearing a bald cap under there, and it's like I'm looking at Larry David and not the character. So that was like the one thing that took me out of it at the beginning.
Yeah.
I'd recommend looking up the picture because it's horrifying.
I have to look it up now because
Yeah,
that
yeah,
sounds
look,
hilarious.
yeah, look up Allison Brie, Larry David, I guess, or bald cap. But no,
Okay.
yeah, that was the one thing. Like Tone said though, it's so hard. You're acting to Skeletor, who's being this grandiose thing at times, and like dialing it up and dialing it down, and she's trying to like play this goofy character that also is like very subservient to him. And it's so yeah, I think
Yeah.
she did the best with what she could. Like there's only so much source material, and if that is the character that people grew up loving, like she's not going to try and change that as much
Yeah. Because
as that.
Alison Brie's a
Maybe
good
it's her
actress.
voice.
Yeah, she's a great actress.
Maybe I
It
just don't
is.
like her voice.
I will say it was like a yes, my lord, Skeletor.
Yeah.
And you're just like, yeah, it's. But again, she's doing what it's like sounds like.
Mhm.
Like I watched her in Together, really good in that. Like she's been good in everything that I've seen her in. So
Totally.
Yeah.
I think it was just the role of this character that's like tough.
Yeah.
Because yeah, but again, I'll just hammer it home saying, yeah, action kicked ass. I really liked when he's in hell, whatever Skeletor's lair is, when he's beating up the devil guy and he's kicking ass and he's just like beating the shit out of everybody.
Snake
Thought that
Mountain.
was
or
Oh,
whatever.
sick.
Yeah, Snake Mountain. I thought that was a cool scene. I will say I wasn't feeling the when his dad was dying. I was like,
No.
man, I do not give a single shit about this. I was just like, man, I don't care. I was like, I have no emotional ties to this. The dad is just there. And I'm
Mhm.
like, okay. And he's like, oh, he died. And then his mom, he's just like, hug my mom, and then that's it. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, not a really lot of emotion. But again, it's just doing what it needs to just to get the plot forward, I guess. It's not like, oh, we're gonna hear from the emotional beats and we're doing this and doing this.
Mhm.
Like where I knew it was again not the best. It was when oh yeah, one thing I want to highlight is when he turns into He-Man and
Mhm.
you see his like muscles growing, and I was like, that was a sick look. I really like that scene. But
Wish it could
towards
happen
the
to me.
end, I also wish it would happen to me that way. Sick. But it's my penis. No, when they're fighting, when they're like getting ready to fight Skeletor, and it's like He-Man and Skeletor are fighting, and then Allison Brie, Evelyn, and Tila Tequila, she pulls out her sword. It's like, yeah, we're fighting, and then they just like stop.
Yeah.
It's like because then Tila's like watching from the side, or Tifa, Tila, it's something I cannot remember.
Warrior, goddess, warrior, whatever.
Yes, yeah, that. Apologies, Camila Mendez. I know her name. But then she's just like standing there. She's like, I was like, what happened to fighting Evelyn? You guys were doing this. And then she's like, you're your father's daughter. And then they're on the stairs and then they're both watching.
Yeah, no, I saw that too, and I was just like, this is interesting.
Same thing with when they were done with the whole fight sequence. And then the tiger, I guess, beat up the big monkey guy.
Wildebeest looking dude.
Yeah, that was on
so
Earth.
and then they're just like walking back. I was like, oh, okay, I guess it's over.
Yep, Skeletor lost, so we're just gonna not care about anything.
Call it a day.
Yeah. So like we're already getting to the end time of this movie. We gotta roll.
Yeah, because like it could have been easier of a thing to just be like, oh, Camila Mendez's character knocks out Evil Lynn, and then during all of like the big battle of Skeletor and all that, like she just wakes up and she like runs away. But they just stop fighting, and then eventually she runs away, and you're just like, okay, we may have lost the plot
That's the
there.
frustrating part because I'm like, this movie is so long that I'm like, I know you could have shown that and you could have done that,
Yep.
but you didn't. So I'm like, I'm a little confused. Again, not the strongest, best movie in the world, but it's again just a fun ride.
Totally. Do we want to go to
Good old
rate?
fun.
Do we want to go to ratings?
Oh, before
Yeah,
we do
let's
that,
go to
what
ratings,
the
Victor.
fuck
Oh.
was the end credits?
Oh yeah,
Because
so,
I saw the guy with the red hat. I've seen him
Yeah.
from the cartoon. Don't know what his name is. And then She-Ra shows
She-Ra.
up, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Jesse, which is his sister, his long lost sister.
Yeah, and she rocks
Oh.
my body. Don't know who she is.
Yeah, well, so I had to look up the lore of She-Ra. So apparently she was like captured by these, of course, evil people when she was like a kid. So she was
Bastards.
raised by like evil people, and then eventually she gets instead of the sword of power, it's the sword of protection or something. Like it's
Labia?
another P. It's another P.
I would
Um,
have chose a gun.
yeah, but then so eventually, I'm sure in the second one, He-Man goes to like that planet where she was
Not
raised.
looking good that there's gonna be a second one.
Yeah, no,
I was gonna
it's
say
not
this
because
seems like a
the
one and
box
done.
office was bad. But then the
Yeah.
third one was it was the most inconsequential one, but it was just Alison Brie coming back into the room, picking up Skeletor's head, and then like you have the Skeletor laugh. That was the final end credit scene. So it's like,
Gotcha.
yeah, so Skeletor's going to be back, which everyone knew was going to happen anyways.
Yeah.
So it was just like,
I don't know if there's any other villains for He-Man. I really, really don't.
I don't think
know it's
there
just
is.
always He-Man and Skeletor. That's
Yeah.
it.
and then Skeletor
So,
has
I
like
mean, but
a,
here's the thing, though. You can make a second.
it's
Come
the
on.
money
It,
thing.
it just
Jesse.
didn't make
They're
a lot of
not-
money.
They're not going to break even on this money.
Yeah, I think this movie cost like 200 million to make, and it only got 50 million.
which means
opening weekend.
And with that, you have to double it for marketing. So they have to make probably
Yeah.
around 400 mil to just break even. And so I
Yeah.
don't imagine that happening. I mean, it could do really well overseas. I could see that happening, but yeah,
I don't know. I would like the
Scandinavian
second one.
countries are
I
gonna
would
love
watch
this.
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
they
would
set
watch
up
it.
Yeah,
enough.
see, I would too.
Yeah.
I know She-Ra's a pretty like I know He-Man got brought back as an anime, and I think Kevin Smith made it like in 2021 on Netflix. Same thing with She-Ra. I know that was an animated show a couple years ago. Never watched it, but I know people really liked it. So I'm like, the fan base is there. It's just this movie didn't make a lot of money, so it's a little harder to do. And I know people from the 80s. A lot of people like don't. I don't know. I never know how the box office works because it always goes like, man, people don't want to see movies anymore. And then I see reports like this is the first time movies have been this back since before the pandemic. And I'm like, I think I don't know. Movies always peak and valley where it's like, oh man, this movie either made a shit ton of money or it made no money at all. Where
Yeah.
it's like it's either
What's kind of
good, really bad.
surprising?
Scary Movie 6 made a shit ton of money. I think that made like 60 million this weekend. I'm like, that's
Jeez.
nuts.
Yeah. But when we were looking up the ratings of this thing, and I was going to say this, but we're talking about the movie itself. I'm just looking at the ratings itself. The IMDb's, the Fandangos, the Rotten Tomatoes, all that shit. Rotten Tomatoes at 67%, IMDb at 7.2 out of 10, and then Fandango it's 88%.
What about
So, like-
what's Rotten Tomatoes like fan score though?
Yeah, because that's probably the
Uh,
critic score.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
The critics that put the hit out on
Oh.
Gotti.
Even better,
Yeah, yeah.
87%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this movie's going to be really well loved by anyone who goes and watches it. Like they're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it
But
makes
that's what's the
sense.
tough, frustrating part is. It's
Yeah.
just as frustrating because you see movies that are like this. Now, am I gonna put my head on a spigot and die for this movie? No, but at the same time, like I would say, if someone was like, "Hey, I want to go see a movie this weekend, I don't know what to see," I'd say go to Masters of the Universe.
Well, not this
Not
weekend
just-
because Steven Spielberg's coming back, but
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah,
sorry. Maybe this
Yeah.
week. Maybe if you for a maybe like Tuesday, $5 movie. How about
yeah,
that? We'll
do it. But
there
we got plans. I'm gonna be seated somewhere. Jesse,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah, we
Jesse
gotta
and I are
figure
going
that
to a
out,
wedding this
dude.
weekend.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta sneak away for like 3 hours at some point because if I get this movie spoiled for me, Disclosure Day. If anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, I'm gonna be pissed.
Whatever.
Oh,
Dude,
speaking
with that
aliens.
I was
said-
like, are you sucking cock? What are you doing, dude?
whatever noise she makes.
Oh.
But I'll go first with with the ratings.
Ratings,
That's me
baby.
as an alien.
Ratings. Yeah, I think the best I can give this is a 2.5 stars. I think overall it's a fun movie. It's got good comedy. It's got bad comedy. It's got somehow a really good performance from Jared Leto, and it's just got like decent performances. But like everyone kind of knew the assignment, and then you have just these great action set pieces that keep you entertained the whole time. And like I literally got chills the first time he turns into He-Man. Like that was such an
That was a
epic
cool scene.
shot. It was such an epic shot.
Yeah.
Sick.
So yeah, I 2.5. Like it's like Jesse said a couple seconds ago. We're not gonna like fight for this movie, and if someone was like I didn't like it, it's gonna be like okay, yeah, like I can see where
I get
you
it.
kind of find faults in it, but like
Yeah.
it's a fun summer blockbuster, and summer blockbusters are back, so I'm happy for it.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I want to hear Tone's Letterbox, but then for me, I'm right in the wheelhouse. I'll go 3. Just because of the silliness, the cheesiness, just some of the jokes that were in there. Like I said, that end last, not the fight scene, but the scene before that, where he's in the office, that made me laugh. Some of the other things, when he's humping the statue in the store, that made me laugh. Some of the other lines that, were just quick-witted and everything like that. Like you said, the plane blowing up and it's like, son of a, and then like, whatever,
Breach.
the plane beeps. Yeah, breach, that's what it is. Yeah. And see, that's the stuff like that just gets me going. I'm like, all right, yeah, it's an entertaining movie. It's right in my wheelhouse. Cheesiness, I love that. If you're going to lean into anything, just lean into that. And I think they did a really good job with that. So Tone, the official ranker of this movie, Letterboxd, give it to us.
So the Letterboxd was 2.5 out of 5. You know what? I take it back.
Oh.
I think it's a 3 out of 5. I think it's pretty good. It's not great. It's pretty good.
Yep.
And then what I wrote was, hey, yeah. Like the song.
Jesse's not going to get that, but I
nope,
appreciate
he won't.
You're going to have to watch that
here for
afterwards because we can't even show you it. We'll be taken down on YouTube, but yeah, it's a great video.
Don't do it. No, don't do it. All right. So you're going to hate this then because you like 2 of his movies. For the top 5 this week is Jared Leto movies because there's so much hate around him.
Hooray.
And,
Yay.
there's just so much excitement that he brings to Hollywood that I think he's one of the most sought after actors. Obviously,
I would have agreed with that probably a decade ago. Over a decade ago.
I'm laying on the sarcasm pretty thick, folks. If you can't pick it up, well, I guess get a life,
that's
I
what
guess.
you were doing.
Andrew, you want to kick it off or should I kick it off? Because I know Tone always.
I can go first. I don't mind.
All right, perfect.
I was looking up Jared Leto movies, and I was like, "There's no Jared Leto movie. There's just movies that Jared Leto is in."
That's a good way to describe it. That is exactly what it is.
That's a great way to describe it.
I'm gonna tell you, like, my list is all movies that he is a part of, but they're so small, and it's just like. I guess my first one is something that he is on it for the whole time, and that's just
the Skrillex and Rick Ross video, "Purple Lamborghini."
There we go, yeah. But
great
just
song.
For honorable mention for the memes. For the memes, I gotta go Morbius. It's just that movie is so dumb.
Time, baby.
The fact that a studio brought it back into the studios because people were trying to hype it up. Fake hyping it up, and then Sony was like, you know what, we're gonna put it back in studios, and then it bombed again. I thought it was just like one of those cultural things that it's just like it doesn't matter what you say, like it's Morbin time.
Hell yeah, it is.
But yeah, so that honorable mention is Morbius just for the memes. 5, I will say I was a runner back in the day. Did high school cross country, track, did all that. So I don't know if either of you have seen this movie, but it was a movie about a famous runner that sadly died, but he went to the Olympics. A very real story. In that his name is Steve Prefontaine. So this movie is number 5. I have Prefontaine. It just holds a place in my heart. Movie. No. I don't think you guys even really would unless you're like heavy into running. Like it just gets up. Once you're in that culture,
heavy into running my fat ass to the fucking nearest burger joint, dude.
There you go. Oh yeah. But yeah, so I just put that one in there as an homage. It's nothing special for me, but it's just like he was in it. I've seen it. Number 5. Number 4, of course. I went. Let's see. Number 4, I'm gonna go American Psycho. He gets murdered in that movie. Rocks. Shout out Christian Bale.
What?
Yep.
But yeah, no. I thought he's good. He's good as an antagonist in it. Like the what was it? The business card scenes.
Oh god,
and then
I love that scene.
Just the inner workings of a psycho's brain, and it's just like, okay, now I get to watch Jared Leto die. Cool.
Yeah.
Number 3, I had to go Fight Club, of course, all-time classic. I was afraid to put it any higher to then be called one of those guys. So 3 is as high as this list.
His favorite movies, Joker.
Yeah, Wolf of Wall Street, Fight Club. So yeah, putting those two 4-3 felt weird, and I was like, feel like people are gonna be like, oh, we
It's a
know who
great
this guy
movie though.
is.
That's the only thing that sucks. I hate sometimes the fan base for shit. It always ruins
Yeah,
everything.
without a doubt. Two, you just got to do it. Rip it, Dallas Buyers Club. I mean,
Yep.
it's just how it is, and
He won an Oscar for it,
yeah, he
and rightfully
won an
so.
Oscar.
He was really good in it.
Yeah, so it's just like Jared Leto has these amazing performances, and then you have these other ones where you're just like, I would love it if I didn't
He's
have
doing
to
it for,
look at his
I
face.
feel like a pay grab.
Yeah,
Or like a
exactly.
money grab, I feel like some of these things.
And then Tone already alluded to this earlier, but if there's a list that I'm able to put a Denis Villeneuve movie in, I'm going to do it. And it's Blade Runner 2049. Again,
Yep.
he's great in it. The movie is not for him. It's not about him. He's in
Very
it.
minor part.
It's a very minor part. It's a great film that he is in, and I feel like that's the only way you can rank Jared Leto movies. Because if we went to ones where it was just him as the main actor, I would hate that list, and I'm not gonna make that list.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, with that, let's hear yours, Jesse.
Jesse, let me
Okay,
tell
I
you
got
something. If you include Suicide Squad in this list, I'm gonna cut your fucking balls off, dude.
All right, so here's the thing.
Hi.
It is number one. No, I'm
No.
just fucking kidding.
I was like, I'm gonna kill you.
I was saying this though. I was flipping back and forth between certain movies. I won't give my list away, but that was going to be an honorable mention
It's Justice
just
League or
because.
Hey, I saw that
Just
movie
because.
4 times in theaters.
Sweet
4.
God.
You're never
Okay,
gonna
that's
get
a
those
little
like
aggressive.
9 hours back.
No, and it got progressively worse every time. I've never been a
Sweet
suicidal
God.
person, but you see that 4 times in theaters.
Jeez.
You're like,
It's a little rough.
I will say this though. I didn't know this because I was just kind of looking at his, I just go to his Wikipedia page because I was generally wondering this. I'm like, I know he's in 30 Seconds to Mars. I know he's the lead singer. Yada yada yada. Everyone knows
Yeah,
his
it's a third
background.
of the way to
So
Mars.
I thought I've never been to Mars, so maybe I
Oh,
can, talk
Mars
to him.
needs
He can give me a
moms.
third of the way there. Mars needs moms. Is that what you
You're-
just said?
You ever
It's a
seen that
movie.
movie? It's a Disney movie.
Oh my gosh, I thought we were getting sexual. I was like, okay, but now you brought it to a Disney
Nope.
movie, so obviously
It's a
we're not
horrible.
getting sexual.
It's a
so-
horrible movie.
Okay, I probably won't watch it then. I thought he I thought he was in 30 Seconds to Mars and then got into acting because like I didn't know how long 30 Seconds to Mars was around, right? Like I had
30
no
seconds.
idea. Somebody's that's how that's how long, yeah.
36 is a long time to some people. Okay.
Some would say it's too long.
Yeah, try 15. Try 15. Hey. Two
All right,
pump jump,
Jingle
baby.
Jugs.
Yeah.
No, we'll get into that. But no, I was like, all right, so is this guy, a singer then actor, actor then singer? He was an actor then singer, and it took a hot second for him to get the band together. So I didn't know that. I personally was just like, all right, cool. This guy was in 30 Seconds to Mars. Band was, in LA or whatever. It got formed. I assumed it was in LA. And I was like, all right, cool. They're like, this guy's, you guys are going to hate me for what I'm about to say, semi-attractive. Makes the ladies go wild. So we're going to throw him in some movies.
He's
No, it was-
not
he's thrown into movies.
he's not a bad looking dude. I can get behind you on that. He's not a bad looking guy.
Kind of looks like a bitch ass. So like if I saw him, we were in a fight,
There
I
it is.
definitely could take him. Yep. Sorry.
Yeah,
All right.
without
Now
a
to
doubt.
list.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
rambling.
I believe
Okay.
that.
So honorable mention, I'm gonna say Masters of the Universe just because of the jokes he was saying and how he kind of delivered it and the tone he got it. And it was one of those things where there was a lot of lines that he gave that were hilarious. So I'm just gonna give him the nod on that. Like Andrew, you said, there's no movies besides Morbius that he is the main character, and if he is the main
Yeah.
character, we're probably not gonna like it. So yeah, this is definitely one of those movies where he delivered solid lines. So I'll give him that. This one's gonna throw you guys off, and it kind of threw me off because I was like, actually, I do remember sitting in the theater being like, wow, all right, that's Jared Leto. Number 5, House of Gucci.
Oh,
Yeah, boys. I was just like rattled that was him.
Starting off
I
strong.
honestly liked it.
Wow.
I liked it. Once again, went with my mom. I think I went with Ashley. I
Hey,
don't
some
know.
people like
One
getting their
woman.
balls stepped on. It's not good for you, but people do like it, so that's okay.
Hey, you can do it all day long, baby. I don't know. I liked him in that role, so it is what it is. I maybe have to rewatch the movie with a more methodical thinking. I don't know. but in the moment, I was like, I do remember seeing that. And I was like, I liked him in that.
Speak your shit, bitch.
All right, number 4. Once again, we brought it up before. One of my mom's favorite movies. I like watching it with her. It's always a good time. Yep. She likes this movie a lot, Haunted Mansion, and I'm right there with it. I'm right there with it. You know, fuck it. Love Danny
Lakeith
DeVito.
Stanfield.
Love that movie,
Owen Wilson.
dude.
Danny
I
DeVito.
like it.
Never seen
Yep.
it.
We're gonna watch it during Halloween time. You both can come down here. We'll have a couple of drinks. We're gonna watch it. It's on Disney Plus.
I'm gonna purposely fall asleep.
So funny thing is about that movie, I saw that twice in the theaters.
You saw that
Absolutely loved it.
twice?
Wasn't that like a release?
What was it,
straight to
Disney Plus? Yeah. What? They
I
put
thought
that movie
no,
in
it was in the
theaters?
theaters for sure. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure it was in the theaters.
Wild.
They made a total of $13, and I was the one person that saw it.
Love that movie, dude. All right, so number 3, Andrew, I'm right there with you, Fight Club. I kind of had to rewatch the scenes he was in because I was like, oh, I didn't know he was in that movie. And then I'm like, oh, it came back to me. He's like, yeah. And then seeing that stuck with me. He's like, you're too blonde to be in this club or whatever the fuck he said. And I was like, yep, that's with me. People said that to me all the time. I go to the male strip club. They say you're too blonde, and I was like, okay, well, I don't know what the fuck that means, but we'll see. How about these ass cheeks? That hair is pretty dark back there.
Imagine being a grown man
Number
and being
2.
blonde.
Fuck.
Yikes. Dude, when I go out in the summertime, it turns real blonde, and I'm not talking about my hair on my head, if you know what I'm saying, big dog. Ayo.
Ayo.
Number 2, Dallas Buyers Club.
Nice.
I'm right there with you guys. You really can't shun him that much in that movie because he did win, what was it, Best Supporting Actor for the Academy Awards. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. And then number 1, American Psycho. That scene where he dies is kind of just ingrained in my skull. And then the business card scene as well. That obviously is phenomenal. So, yeah, not a lot of amazing movies that he's by himself. Haunted Mansion, probably should have put that at 1, just to be honest with you guys. So we'll just leave it at that.
It's okay.
You know what? We'll watch it at some point. I'm gonna throw it on if we're like at a party or something with all 3 of us. I'm just gonna throw it on and see if you guys notice, or if anyone notices. And like,
I
what is
will
this movie?
absolutely
Like,
fucking notice.
I'm gonna see it
And
from the
you'll-
first
and-
second. What are we
Yeah.
talking about?
Every time I go to a bar, I look at the TV. I'm like, what the fuck's playing?
Yeah, sometimes it's the best thing ever to watch a or a movie with no sound at the bar.
That's true. I saw
Exactly.
Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me.
I did, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was at
Twin
the
Peaks.
the
That
bar.
was in
at,
Chico.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Banger movie.
Oh.
All right.
But Tone, what you got here? All right, yeah. Let me hear your list, big dog.
I'm gonna preface with this. I'm not gonna include Fight Club because he's such a minor part in it.
That's fair.
Like
That is
very, very minor, but it's a fantastic movie. I'm gonna throw, you know what? I'm gonna throw 3 honorable mentions in there because I think these other movies are
Whoa.
really fucking good. I think Master of the Universe, he is actually very, very funny.
fair.
He's being cheesy in it, and it works perfect, and it's great. Number 2, what Andrew said earlier about Morbius, I think that's still the funniest shit in the world, and the behind the scenes drama about that is still my favorite thing on planet Earth. It's Morbin time, incredible, classic. And that's honestly on a date with my ex-girlfriend. That was like one of the very first movies we watched, and I was like, "This is the funniest movie I've ever seen." The
Ayo.
funniest movie
That's
I've ever
wild.
seen, and I was drunk as hell. And then the last honorable mention is a movie, also David Fincher, and he's a bigger role in it. Panic Room.
Oh, yeah.
Seen that? He's very good. He has cornrows.
He was in that movie.
Low problematic. He was in that movie. Yeah, he's one of the robbers.
I remember
With
Forrest
Forrest
Whitaker.
Whitaker.
I don't know. I can't.
Yeah, he's
how
part
can I
of
not
the
remember the
gang.
other robbers?
It's been so
was-
long
I
since
don't
I saw
stream
that
them.
movie.
I might throw
it
that on
was
while I work.
him, and I don't know who the third guy. It's like I think it's some older guy, maybe if I remember right. I don't know. It was a younger guy. I can't remember.
saw that
I just
movie
know
in
Jared
theaters
Leto
when
was
it
in
came out.
cornrows. You saw that in theaters?
Maybe it was
Yes.
Sean Bean. It's always Sean Bean.
It's always Sean Bean. I will say I did watch that movie on VHS in my dad's video store. I thought it was creepy, and I was like, "Don't want to be left home alone." It scares the shit out of me. And guess what? Was
Unless
left home
I get
alone
It was left on.
a couple of hours later. So is what it is. All right, my number 5. Number 5. Again, I'm just gonna choose these 2, not because they're bad movies. I think they're great movies. American Psycho, I think, is number 5.
Mhm.
Again, bigger part, but still not the most like major role in the movie. But he is very
Yep.
good at doing it. And when he gets killed with the axe, with the tarp all around
Yeah.
him, that's one of the most iconic things in movies ever.
Totally.
And the card scene, as we've talked about, it's incredible, really well acted. Everyone in that movie kills it. So but again, he's
Literally.
not the biggest thing in it. Oh, nice.
Mhm.
Is the is pretty big. And then number four, again, because he's small, minor role. It's one of my favorite sci-fi movies ever. It's Blade Runner 2049. He's in it for maybe
Still
a
got to
total of
see it,
like
dude.
20 minutes.
So good, brother. You got to
Maybe
see
even
both.
less. Yeah, you got to see both. They're fantastic. But Denis Villeneuve, that man kills it with anything. But again, Jared Leto plays. Was he the maker? I know he
Something
made the
like that.
synthetics.
Yeah.
Oh, Wallace. He was the Wall. Yeah, something Wallace. He made the
Wally?
replicants. Yeah, Wally, where he goes Wally, and then does all that. And goes, and he's like,
Eva.
"Well, break me down." Bury me. That's the only one song I know from 30 Seconds to Mars. But he's such a minor role in it, but he's so, so good in it. He has those contacts in. I know the behind the scenes with that is that he actually wore blinded contacts so he couldn't see. Hilarious. Fucking hilarious. All right, now we go into number three. Number three is a movie that, honestly, two of these movies you guys did not mention like at all. Number three is Mr.
Oh.
Nobody.
Never seen it.
It's
Nope.
really weird, very trippy, but it's just such a wild, like, sci-fi movie.
Mhm.
But he's a pretty big role in it, and it's like, just shot so uniquely. It's very much a sci-fi movie where I couldn't even describe to you what the movie is without like spending 45 minutes talking about it.
That's fine.
I think it's yeah, you're like, I don't want to hear it. It's a good movie. There's a lot of great actors in it. Diane Kruger, Reese Ifans, and other people. But it's a really weird movie, solid sci-fi movie. He's good. Number two, Dallas Buyers Club. Again, as we said, won the Oscar for it.
Mhm.
Played I know he was diagnosed with AIDS, or what was his character? Was he a
Wasn't he
prostitute, or was he like trans, or was
yeah, I
he
think it
a drag
wasn't he
queen?
transitioning
Oh, that's right. And
or
he
she?
was a
Yeah.
prostitute, I believe, and that's how they got AIDS.
Mhm.
And they were in the scene where they're crying, horrifying, but really, really good. And I'm like, I could see why he won the Oscar. And it sucks because like from there, I was like, yo, this dude's gonna have a career like trajectory. I was like, whoa, he's the Joker. Whoa, he's this, and then just
Yeet.
stinker
Ooh.
after stinker after stinker after stinker.
Mhm.
It is what it is. It sucks. And then my number one, which is one of the most horrifically dark and saddest movies I have ever seen, and is a really hard watch, Requiem for a Dream.
Okay, I've never seen
Darren
that either.
Aronofsky, really?
I have not
Man,
seen
let
that
me
one.
tell you, you will have a bad day after you're done watching it. It is,
Okay, so I'm not watching that today.
dude, it is a nightmare. It's him and Marlon Wayans
Mhm.
and Jennifer Connelly. I can't remember who the fourth friend is, but they get addicted to heroin or meth, live in Coney Island, and dude, it's just like, it's not like Train Spotting. I mean, Train Spotting wasn't fun, but it has like, oh yeah, you just see the worst of it when they're just getting addicted, and it's a hard watch. And then his mom is trying to help him, but then his mom has like a psychotic break, and she gets sent.
Jeez.
Dude, it is bad, and he gets like an infection on his arm from using too many dirty needles. Dude, it is a rough watch. Because if you guys ever watch it, I don't want to say too much, but there's a memorable scene in it
Mhm.
that is with Jennifer Connelly, and
Mhm.
it is rough. It is
Yikes.
rough. They mention it a lot in movies and shows, but yeah, it's really, really good. He kills in that movie. I think it's Darren Aronofsky's like first like original movies. I know he did Pie before it, but yeah,
Mhm.
Requiem for a Dream is like the big one. And oof, depressing. Very depressing, horribly dark, but I think that's one of my favorites. Weirdly, never to like watch again, but it's just one of those movies that sticks with you for like ever.
It's
Okay.
like what's the Leonardo DiCaprio movie with Mark
Basketball
Wahlberg?
Diaries.
I can't what. Dude, that movie. I saw it
Yeah.
once. I was like, oh, okay, we're having a
It's
hell of a
almost
day
in
now.
it's almost on that same vein, I'd say, but just
Jesus.
worse.
Jeez.
Just
Yeah.
worse.
Dude, it's a hard watch. It's just like, man, drugs aren't fun. You're just like, holy shit. This is just bad. But
Well,
that's my list.
sounds like we have a respectable list. You know, like we said, give him the props. He's a Hollywood actor, won an Academy Award. Does he put out banger after banger? No, but he made it, and he's got a couple of banger songs with 30 Seconds to Mars. So hats off to that guy. He's making more money than we'll probably ever see. So if you want to send it our way,
Big for yourself.
Jared, just check
Just a
my
little
Venmo. I'll put it on the screen at the bottom. But
Yeah,
sounds
sorry.
like we already know what movie we're doing next week. Sheep
Yeah.
Detective, is that what you guys are saying? Yeah, Sheep Detective
I'm
is.
watching it tomorrow, dog.
Funny guy, funny guy.
But are we excited about this new movie coming out with Steven Spielberg?
Disclosure
What are we
Day?
thinking
Yeah.
now? Just a
Yeah.
quick 30 seconds. Okay.
I'm
All
so
right.
fucking stoked.
Well,
Yeah. It's
well-
Steven Spielberg returning to alien sci-fi. That's like his bread and butter.
And if
It's
if anything, like it's gonna be shot well, it's gonna have good pacing, it's gonna look fucking awesome. So like,
incredible
what
actors
more do
in
you
it
need?
too.
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's
All right,
gonna
well,
rock.
we got to figure out some time. We got to carve out some time this weekend, Andrew. We'll get after it, Tone. Obviously, we wish you were there, but you'll carve out some time too. But anything else to add? We got to. I know Andrew's got to get to work. So, folks, if you want to help us out,
Gotta
put our
go.
real jobs, send some money. But
Yeah.
anything else to add? Anyone?
No, I don't think so.
No, I was gonna
Nothing?
say, I think I
Nothing. All right,
nothing.
we'll see you next time, folks. Make sure you go to the movies and enjoy yourself at the theaters. We'll see you next week.